had the dream that I would be over my brothers. I know that I had the vision, but what in the world is going on? I'm surrounded in darkness and I'm going through all of this. Lord, what am I going to do? I can imagine that young man sitting there in the darkness of the pit. We don't know how long he was in that pit. It could have been hours. It could have been days. But what if it had been nighttime and Joseph sitting in the pit? Come on now. Joseph sitting there not all alone in the wilderness. Could have been raining, could have been cold, could have been hot, but he was all alone. Come on. How many of you today are sitting in your pit? Seems like you're alone. You're wondering, God, how am I going through this issue? Why am I going through this issue? Why can't nobody help me? It's hard when you are serving God, but it seems like you are alone. That's one of the hardest things about being a child of God, is that we know that God is with you, but you can't always feel him. You know that God is in your life, but you can't sense him or detect him. It's hard. It's hard sometimes trusting God. So many times we try to act like we have everything together and act like everything is perfect, but sometimes our faith is low. Our peace is in disarray. When we're sitting in that pit, we're wondering, how am I going to get out? I don't have a ladder. I don't have an elevator. I don't have no way to climb out. And I'm stuck. The ones who I'm supposed to be with, the ones who are supposed to love me, are the ones who put me here. One of the hardest things about life is when the people you're supposed to be able to depend on have put you in a pit. So what happens when you're in this pit and the ones you're supposed to be able to call on, they're not there. The ones who are supposed to love you, they're not there. And you don't have a way out. But I can imagine Joseph sitting there and saying, well, my family hates me. I don't have no money, don't have a possession, don't have a way out of this pit, but I must live. That's the determination of being a child of God, that even when you are in the pit, you must say to yourself, I must live. Jesus. Regardless of what's going on, I must live. Oh my God. You live. And this is the thing about living. Living is not always going to be easy. Sometimes living means you don't have no food. You don't have anything in the world. You're right. But you got to live. That's right. Last week I was watching a show on Discovery. It's a show called